here. Okay, so let's go ahead and get into this. This is really the time for us as a collective to remember the assignment. Okay, this is the time as a collective to remember the assignment, to remember why we are here. I see everybody that's in like a frenzy because of the election results and things of that sort. You have to remember to not allow them to disempower you. You have to remember that all of this shit was already written, right? And I know you guys been hearing the astrology girls talk about Pluto and Capricorn and how we're moving into Pluto of Aquarius, and how the ending of Pluto and Capricorn means that all of these corrupted systems and things of that sort, it's all changing, right? It's all changing and it's all crumbling. What we have known for all of this to be is changing, right? It's all changing. And so this is the time for you to understand that we are not, everything's already written, and this is why we came here during this time. So you need to not let what's happening in the collective, understand that you can't let that disempower you. If we are really saying that with Pluto entering Aquarius and leaving Capricorn, that the new earth is coming in the age of Aquarius, how do you think we are going to get there? Right? How do you think we are going to get there? When you truly think about it, the only way to get there is through the storms, is through shit that is meant to destroy us, meant to divide us. Those are the things that we are going to need, those things to happen in order for us to really understand the assignment of why we are here today and what we are here and called to do. Exactly. Thank you, babes. Exactly. This is not the time to allow yourself to move in fear. You get what I'm saying? This is not the time to allow yourself to move with fear, and to it's not a lot time to allow yourself to move in fear and to get scared. This is why I say this is time to learn your human design. This is time to learn about your inner authority and understand that you are going to have to stop relying on the system. You are going to have to stop relying on people outside of you. You're going to have to stop relying on to the people that is going to have to I think I blocked the wrong message. I unblocked it. My bad. But you're gonna have to stop relying on people that are not meant to support you from the begin with. Why are you relying on a system that was not built for you? Think about that. Why are you relying on a system that is not built, that's not meant for you? So things are changing, and it's time for us to get back to what it is that we do. This is when we start showing up for our community. This is when we start getting our shit together individually, because this is the time where we're going to have to learn our own inner authority, right? And you guys hear me all the time on here. If you're new here, all the time I'm telling y'all, this is why y'all need to learn y'all human design. Absolutely. Absolutely. This is why you have to learn your unique human design. It tells you how you're supposed to move through the world, how you're meant to help the collective, how you are meant, what environments you thrive in, your digestion, and when to eat and type of foods to eat, and how to know how to listen to your own inner compass, and when you're supposed to do something, when you should wait to do something. This is things that you guys need to learn, because thank you, babes, because this is it's real. But these type of times should really excite you, because you know that you have all the tools to succeed. You just have to believe in your damn self. You get what I'm saying? You have to believe. It's not the time to um hide and be in fear. No, this is the time to show up and say, you know what? Okay, it's time for me to get my shit together, so that I can make sure that I'm doing everything I can for me to thrive, for me to be in alignment, and for me to live the life that I am meant to live. If you keep putting your fate and your destiny into someone else's hands, that is when you're gonna be fucked up and you're gonna be sitting there with egg on your face. You get what I'm saying? So this is the time to really learn your human design. Really figure out how is it that you are meant to operate, so that you can become everything that you are meant to become. Because waiting on these systems is not going to get you anywhere. Waiting on these systems, depending on these systems, hoping that the right person is sitting on the throne or sitting in the chair, you're actually operating on an old ass timeline that is outdated. It's outdated. Like, let's be fucking for real. Like, it's basically almost 2025. We're no longer waiting on somebody else to come save us. All this come save me shit, all this victim mentality shit has to be put to an end. Because if you here in 2024, I'm sure you have some type of skills, some type of gift, some type of talent that can help you not only move yourself forward, move your fucking bloodline forward. Like, let's be for real here. We're not paying attention to the bull. Tap into your human design. Figure out if you're a manifester, if you're a manifesting generator, if you're a generator, if you're a projector, if you're a reflector. These type of auras, these type of types in human design all have a task. All have a unique job that you are meant to do to bring the collective forward, to push the collective forward. Okay, this is not the time to hide away and no longer and don't pour into you. Because remember, if you're not evolving, you're dying. If you are not evolving, you are dying. If you are not evolving, you are dying. Period. So now is the time to really figure out, okay, what type of skill, what type of certifications can you get? Find a way for you to figure out how to make your own food. Start shopping at the farmer's market more. Fruits and vegetables, any type of, start eating by your blood type. Like, what is it that you're doing that you can do today to push yourself forward to help you make baby steps to stop relying on the system, because relying on the system is fucking you up. Relying on the system is fucking you up. Waiting for somebody else to think for you and to set shit up for you is fucking you up. It's holding you back. We're not waiting. We're not sitting here waiting with our hands on our lap and saying, when somebody's going to come save me. We're figuring this shit out for ourselves. This is the time to, if you should have been doing the work all 2024, preparing for these weird ass times that we are going to be in. And what you guys have to understand too, this is just a repeat of 2020. This is just those timelines. We're on that timeline again. So you understand that you have dealt with this before. You have dealt with this before. So leave the fear at the damn door, because we don't have time to be scared. You should really get excited and you should really be prepared. You get what I'm saying? You should really be prepared. Enlighten me on that, because I don't see how evolving would be feeling as if there's extra baggage with that, right? Because what happens when we evolve, we naturally get rid of some baggage in order to embrace the change, in order to allow the newness to come in. We have to get rid of the old. So are you saying like people don't want to get rid of the old and they want to hold on to things? Because yeah, I agree with that. But people have to understand that this is just, it's time to put your destiny in your own hands. Yeah. And people may have a fear of that because people don't want to hold on. People want to hold on to things, right? And again, that's hurting them in the end. That's hurting them in the end of not wanting to evolve because, oh, I want to hold on to this old way of thinking. Because the shit that's changing now, where you're not going to have any much control over, the world is not going to even look the same. Just like how we could say the world don't look the same prior to 2020, right? But prior to 2020, you probably can't even imagine the type of world we have now, where we're like remote working and things of this sort that wasn't a thing before, right? But change is necessary in order to grow, in order to evolve. And we're all here in 2024, so that lets you know we're really meant to be future-based type of beings, right? Like for some of us, our parents couldn't even tell us how to get through the pandemic because they haven't even been in a pandemic. You understand what I'm saying? So it's like for us, we're really living through times that you kind of only hear about in the books, that you can kind of only read about to quite understand. So learning your human design brings you back to that, because we're moving, we are moving out of a time, out of a space to where we're relying on other people to make shit happen for us. It's really depending on us. We're moving to like individuality while also prioritizing community. And those people that are going to be in your community are the people that's also doing the work. They have to, thank you, babes. They have to match your frequency in order to be a part of your community, right? Because if they are not doing the work, if they are not up-leveling their skills, if they're not figuring out how to grow their own food, or if they're not comfortable thinking for themselves, those people are going to be left behind. This is what I mean when I say if you're not evolving, you're dying. Because if you are like someone who is so stuck on doing things how you normally do it, and you're so stuck on things being a certain way, you're going to be one of those individuals that get left behind. Because we're moving into a time where everyone has to carry their own weight. Everyone has to carry their own weight. You know how back in the day, even back in the day, right? follow me here. Even back in the day when people used to trade things, right? They used to trade things and say, "Oh, I want to." In order to borrow something from somebody, you had to swap something. You get what I'm saying? So you need a spoon, I need a fork. It wasn't just I need a fork, okay. It wasn't just let me give this to you, let me borrow $20 and you just giving it. We're moving into a time where it's gonna have to be an even trade off. And those people who are not doing the work or not in a position to be able to have like an even trade off, they are going to be left behind. Because then at that point, they're going to be considered a liability. We have to really get to a time in our minds where it's like, it's damn near like the Hunger Games, right? But it's all for our highest good. And it's as long as you are tapped in and you are tapped in with some part, you may not can be the best at everything that's happening right now, right? AI, crypto, stocks, technology. You may not can be great at everything. However, we all do have the opportunity to learn more about it. But if you follow your human design, you will see the things that light you up. So as long as you're following your human design on the things that light you up, you will be able to find your way. But we are moving to a time where you have to think for yourself. You have to look within yourself to say, what is it that I need to do next? You can literally ask yourself that, and you have to be able to trust and be able to understand when your body is responding to yes or no. So for me, in human design, I'm a manifesting generator, right? So for me, I also have a sacral authority. So I can know if someone asks me to do something or I come across something and it lights me up. So for example, I'm into astrology. At first, I was like, oh, it seems like so much. But then when I really sat with it, it lighted me up inside. I got excited to learn about it. That's my sacral energy, my sacral authority that is signaling me, my body signaling me, hey, this is something that you should learn. This is something that you should move towards. That's what you want to pay attention to. Generators and manifesting generators, a lot of us have sacral authority. We are meant to share the things that lights us up. When we get super excited about something, that's that feeling that you want to keep moving towards. And you want to do those things that make you feel great, right? So human design is about learning, it's about listening to your body more than your mind. Because the mind will psych you out of doing something when your body has signaled, this is really exciting to me. Oh, your mind's gonna say, oh no, don't do that. You don't have time to do that. No, everybody else is doing that. So why should you do that? Oh no, everybody else is already talking about that. All this bull, all this gibber. All this unnecessariness. When you just, in that case, if you just follow your sacral authority, you will do the things that light you up. I've been practicing this shit all year. And anyone who's around me, I tell them, you need to be following your sacral authority. I give them all their information to follow their sacral authority. I literally teach people how to live in their true, unique design. I teach people on this. $37. Like, if you're someone that's maybe not want to look up the information yourself, you can go to puregenerators.com. All you need is your name, your birth date, and where you were born. And it will tell you your type that you are meant to do. And remember, each of these types have a position within the collective that you are supposed to do, that's supposed to help us as a collective to move forward, right? So all you people that's like, oh my God, I don't know. I don't really know my gifts. I don't really know what I'm supposed to do, help the collective with. I don't know. You need to learn your human design because everyone has gifts. Everyone has something that is meant to add to the collective to move us forward. Okay? That's what you have to understand. So I tell people all the time, learn your human design because that's the perfect way for you to get comfortable with listening to yourself and being self-aware of your gifts, being self-aware of the things that make you excited. Make yourself aware of the things that make you upset. So for some of us, we have a signature, and that is like your ultimate thing that makes you, that puts you in like your happy place. So for me, my signature is peace. My signature is calm, right? And so my not self theme is anger, right? Or frustration. So when you learn your human design, you will learn, oh, this thing makes me happy. So that's something I should move towards. Or if you're sitting there learning things that, oh, I've said yes to this when actually I don't feel like doing it, now you're frustrated. And so that's putting yourself in a not self, in your not self theme. So in other words, that's some shit you should have said no to because it's annoying you even thinking about having to complete that task. But this is what happens when you allow your mind to override your body, right? And like I said, the nodes are switching in January 2025. So the north node will be in Pisces, the south node will be in Virgo. So north node is what we're moving towards, right? So what we're moving towards with Pisces, very spirituality, very much listening to your intuition and things of that sort. Whereas Virgo is more so logical, practical, and very much overcritical. We're letting that shit go, right? So this is the perfect time to really tap into you, okay? Yeah, exactly. Because exactly, and that's the thing about it. Like death is something that we all, it's inevitable, right? Where we can't avoid that, right? So this is why also you should think of it that way and not hold on to things like especially material shit. Like let it go and move on because when we go, we can't take it with us in the first place. So you may as well just have the mindset that I'm going to I might as well release these things anyway. I need to evolve. But the thing is we hold on too tight to people and to things. And we just don't want to change. But the way shit is going now, you guys, change is something that you're going to have to learn to get very familiar with. You're going to have to learn to kick it with her a little bit, right? You're going to have to like really kick it with her and learn change because we're now at a time where you'll be left behind if change is something that you aren't comfortable with. That's just what we're moving into. So it's like I would chant this over and over of learning your human design because if you're going to study anything, why not study yourself? Why not learn yourself? Y'all see this that's happening right now. You don't want to fuck around and find out. That shit's funny until that's just funny until you really in that moment where you fuck around and find out that oh, you weren't really ahead of the girls. When we all have access to be ahead. And when it's people like me and it's other individuals that's showing up online, telling y'all the tea of learn your fucking human design, this is to help you. Learn about crypto, right? Digital currency, things of that sort. Learn about other countries and things of that sort. Get your damn passports. Whatever it is that excites you about moving ahead in the future. Because we have to let go of this waiting for somebody else to come save us. And now we're pissed when things don't turn out the right way. Because a lot of shit is just smoke and mirrors. So with that, if you're referring to like not hearing anything, so like meditating, for example, right? It's just space. But when you focus on your breath, right? It's really about settling your spirit. It's really about grounding your spirit. You get what I'm saying? And so it's not really that nothing's there because you hear your breath. And as long as you hear your breath, there's options. You get what I'm saying? And that heartbeat, that's your spirit. So we have a spirit. I don't know what exactly you may be like looking for to hear, but it's probably gonna sound like just quiet, just peace, just stillness. Because you got to think, in our everyday lives, we have so much that is distracting us. We have so much trying to get our attention. Everything's on go. From the moment you wake the hell up and start your day, you're on go. Right? And then when you sit and meditate and you have moments to yourself to really sit, to go within, is stillness. But you need that peace. You need that stillness to settle your spirit so that you can hear yourself. So that you can hear that stillness, that peace. It's not going to be loud like outside is. And yes, when you first get started with meditation, your mind may wander, and that's fine. Allow your mind to wander without judgment. Right? But there's so much clarity that comes from just sitting, even if it's for 5 minutes. Just sitting in stillness and focusing on your breath. Inhale, exhale. You can even say affirmations in your mind as you are doing your body scan. You get what I'm saying? And yeah, okay, what you focus on, it may vanish, then refocus your mind on that. Right? Refocus your mind on that. It's just like when you're also meditating, you can also visualize the things that make you happy. Visualize the things that make you excited. This is how you rewire your mind. Right? Because the thing about a distracted mind is really hard to sit it down when you're trying to sit it down. This is why I say when it comes to meditation, it takes a second, a few times to really learn how to center yourself. Because centering yourself returns yourself back to you. So you have to be patient with yourself and allow yourself to really just be still. And if your mind wanders, refocus it back to where we at. You're welcome, babes. Refocus it right back to where you at. It's fine. And remember, you want to do this without judgment. It's okay if, I was thinking, picturing this, and then my mind went to something that pissed me off from yesterday. That's fine. We're going to refocus. We're going to refocus. That's what this is about. This is how you rewire your mind. This is how you rewire your mind from a negative thought to a positive one. You can say, she pissed me off. Say, you know what? I'm having a great day. You are in charge of your mind, man. You are in charge of it. Okay? I've been in spaces where negative thinking was just not good. And it was overstimulating my mind. And I literally had to rewire my mind into a positive one. And this is why I say affirmations. While you're sitting still for 5 minutes, allow yourself to say affirmations in your mind. In your mind, literally, you could be saying, I am amazing, I am powerful, I am expressive, I am intelligent, I am smart, I am grounded, I am safe. You can literally say that in your mind while you are meditating and breathing in and breathing out. And the more that you do this, this will allow you to get better at rewiring your mind and getting comfortable with sitting with yourself. You get what I'm saying? So that's really what this is all about. And this is the perfect time to really exercise that and allow yourself to meditate, because there's a lot of shit going on in the collective. We're all on the same internet. We see a lot of shit. We're taking in we're consuming a lot of information, a lot of other people's opinions. This is a perfect time to allow yourself to really get up on the things that ground you. So that way you aren't overstimulating yourself. So that way you can hear yourself. And that's very important. Very important. And so it all comes down to understanding the power that we have. And even if you feel like you don't have that power within you or over yourself at this moment, baby, you got it in you. You just have to learn how to locate it and unlock it. But it's in you. And it may take a couple times with sitting with yourself, to really ground yourself in that energy, to unlock that power and to trust yourself. But it is there. It is definitely there. And you could easily start with learning your human design. I promise you, that shit will blow your mind. And you'll be like, oh my God, I was wondering why I do this. I'm supposed to move like that. Society told me to move like this or only do this. They were wrong, because we're not all the same people. We do not all operate the same. We may go through the same struggles, right? But we process those struggles differently. And until you really tap into your human design, you will fuck around and let the society make you feel like you are out of alignment, make you feel like you are behind. The only thing you could possibly be behind on is not learning yourself, not studying yourself, not increasing your self-awareness with yourself. You get what I'm saying? So this is something that you really, really is seriously, I encourage you folks to really learn, because baby, we're winning in all 2025. Right? This is why when I say no matter the outcome, we up, because we are doing the work. And the work that we're doing, it's not dependent on external factors. That's why I can say no matter the outcome, we up. I'm not waiting for someone to come show me the way. I'm not waiting for someone to come and save me. I'm doing the necessary work. So I'm in control of my fate as far as moving and creating the life that I want to live, because I understand that I hold that power. Regardless of what they may say out there, regardless of what they may show out here, I know I have the power to do what the hell it is that I need to do to move myself forward, to move my family forward, and to move my bloodline forward. Start with your human design. Because the girls that's really tapped in and the people that's really tapped into Bougie Astro Babes, I'm putting them on game. Because it's not just about me. Anyone who's really around me know, like, oh, Toria, she's going to tell us about our human design. Yep, she's going to help us understand our birth chart in astrology. She's going to really show us our gifts so that way we can show up and really implement our human design. Because when shit looks flaky out there in the collective, baby, we up and we winning. So this is the time, my girls, that's my musician girls, all of y'all, light workers, all that. This is the time. This is the time for us to step up and really lead the communities that we are meant to lead. This isn't the time to be hide. This is actually the time to be excited, because we know that shit is about to change. That's what this tells me. Oh, the power is about to switch. Why would I act like we ain't never been here before? I've been doing the work. So I know what this is. And when you tapped in and do the work, you know what it is as well. The people who's really tapped in with me, they know what it is as well. So therefore, they're proactive and not reactive. We up. Our fate don't lay in their hands. That's what they're presenting to you when you don't think for yourself. When you don't think for yourself, yeah, you're going to feel like, damn, I'm doomed. When you don't think for yourself, you are, because the times we're moving into, the last thing you want to do is put your brain in somebody else's hand to let someone else think for you, or to let someone else be your mouthpiece. You understand what I'm saying? Doesn't matter if you're in a relationship or not. You should know how to think for yourself. You should be able to say, that's not going to work for me, but I know this, or whatever the case may be. This is all part of community, everything. But this ain't the time to give up your individuality, because we're moving into a time where we're moving into a time where it's every man for themselves. And the only people that can sit with you, and not in a mean girl way, but the people that can really rock with you and really help you as well, and you can help them, and it's like an even partnership, even exchange, are the people that's also matching your frequency and doing the work as well. Yes, absolutely. You are absolutely right. People are in auto fucking pilot, right? People are in autopilot. And then when shit like this happens, people are stuck. Like, what am I going to do? Because they sat there and waited till they fucking around and found out that, oh, these people don't really give a fuck. Oh, there's no system that's going to come save us and give us our dream. There's no system that's going to, you create that system. You have people creating their own jobs. Like, if you can't find a job for your degree, start your own business that supports that degree. Why are we waiting for people to give us a job? This is the time to be innovative. We're moving to Pluto and Aquarius in a couple weeks. It's time to be innovative. It's time to think outside of the box. You understand what I'm saying? It's time to think outside of the box. This is not the time to, and think about it, you don't have to be behind. The information is here. Just don't wait for the moment when you have to fuck around and find out. When everybody else is doing some shit and everybody else is like, okay, I'm getting this. I know my human design. I'm tapped into my skill set. Okay, I'm working on this. I'm working on that. I got this in the chamber here. You understand what I'm saying? Like, because this shit that's happening in the collective, we should be just watching this shit like a movie. And the people that's really doing the work, make sure that you are showing up and telling the folks, listen, really tap in with self. Really tap in with the higher power. Because this earth shit, these people that are put in these positions to seem as if they have all this power don't have the final say. Okay, they don't have the final say. And that's what we have to remind ourselves. So everything is going to be fine, but understand that if we're really talking about systems crashing and rebuilding something, we got to go through it to get to that. It's not going to be we wake up and go to sleep and, oh, here we are. Just like the pandemic. I remember before the pandemic, I was like, oh, I would love a remote job. I would love to work remote, like work from home. Like, that sounds like the ultimate dream. Like, bitch, I don't have to go to work and deal with these folks and deal with all that. I can make my money from home, yada, yada, yada. Here came the pandemic, and look at that. But we had to fucking go through it to get to this. It's going to be the same way when we get to talk about New Earth and all of these things and the old systems breaking down and Pluto moving to Aquarius. It's going to happen over time. Peep game and move accordingly. Absolutely. And religion has actually limited a lot of people, right? Because if you think about religion, is kind of like the same thing of, I am waiting for somebody to come save me, or someone telling you this is what God looks like. When God isn't a gender, God isn't you get what I'm saying? Like, but this is what people have been told so that it can make sense to you. And yes, it's time for those type of conversations too, that you got to think outside the box. You can have just like you can have a relationship with God and not go to church. You can have a really great relationship with God and talk to God in your own way and can't recite a scripture. Exactly, because it's all fear. Exactly, it's all fear. Where at the end of the day, we're all spiritual beings. So how can a mankind, sit here and say, do this or else? You get what I'm saying? But it all contributes to the same victim mentality. Oh, I'm not worthy. I'm not this, and I can't do this, and it's like, well, look at the person within you. If we're made in His image, right? Wouldn't you be that as well? But it's a lot of fear. Like, you do this is going to happen. It's not really meant to set you up to believe in self, to believe in your own power. You get what I'm saying? To believe in your own power, because that's the whole point of all of this, to believe in your own power and not sit with your hands in your lap waiting for somebody to come save you. You got to learn how to maneuver through this. You got to learn how to maneuver through this shit. And it should excite you, right? And it's about finding a community that with like-minded individuals so that you can all help each other. That's why I say this isn't a time to let them disempower you. This is a time to empower you. Stop letting them tell you what side of the street to stand on. Stop letting them tell you what is and what isn't. Stop letting them make you feel like you don't have any other options. Stop letting them tell you how to think of yourself, how to see for yourself. Because it's getting you nowhere, but with your face in your hands, egg on your face, because you're relying on the system that was never built for you. That's how you have to think about it. This system wasn't built for me. So how am I participating and putting my energy into this thing, this system that wasn't meant for me? But they tell me it was, but I know that it wasn't. It sure will. It sure will. Absolutely. 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 And you learn that even more when you tap in with yourself, because you will feel something and then it's like, up, all of a sudden it just lands on your lap. And you're like, damn, I was feeling this. I was looking for this, whether I wanted to admit it or not, and I found it. You get what I'm saying? So that's what it is about. And yes, just don't allow these people, the things that's happening. Understand that it's all happening for our higher good, and we have everything we need to survive and get through it. We have everything we need. You know what I'm saying? And it may take some time, but just like the pandemic, we was getting through that, and we're here. And when that first happened, it was like, oh my goodness, I don't know what the next month is about to look like. But keep doing the work. Learn your human design so that you can find out, okay, how am I meant to help the collective? How am I meant to show up in the world? How do I know to listen to my body? How do I know how to operate? I do readings for human design readings, and I literally will help you. My cheapest one is $37. That's literally nothing. That's not even more than your phone bill. Okay? That's like going out to eat, to dinner. And it's like, you can really learn this information that can help you succeed and take off. Yes, there's more than what we think. We're more powerful sometimes than what we give ourselves the credit for. Like, the shit is within us. We were born during this time, y'all, for a reason. How dare we act like we don't have the things that we need to have? We have everything we need. We just gotta tap in. And now is the time. You see how they shook shit up? Oh, okay. Cool. Now is the time. There's no need to be fearful. It's no need to be fearful. This is why it's the perfect time to ground yourself. Meditation, journaling, spending some time in nature, and just really allowing yourself to settle your spirit. Because you have everything you need. Period. So learn your human design, tap in with self, and come back to my live so that we can chat and talk about it, because that's what this community is for. It's for us to help each other learn, so that way we can be on the other side of this bullshit that they're throwing at us. But we have to remember that, baby, I was built for this. You understand what I'm saying? I was built for this. And this isn't, come on now. You can't fuck with me. Right? Because I'm doing the work. And they don't have the final say. We have the final say. The power is going back into the hands of the people. I hope y'all are ready. I hope y'all are tapping in. Because that's where we're moving to. But you gotta let some shit play out and let people think that they have you in a fucked up position. But we've been doing the work over here. So we're good. Period. But I am going to go ahead and get off live here. I just wanted to hop in with my community, share some words with y'all, words of encouragement that don't let them disempower you. We have everything we need. If you have not learned your human design, learn it. I also have videos on my channel that you guys can tap in and learn all of these things so that way you can show up and be all that you're meant to be. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. That's what we're here for. That's what we're here for. And we done lost a lot of people. You know, even this year we lost a lot of people. And we are meant to live, right? We are meant to live, and we are meant to do the living that they can no longer do. Right? So this is the time to exactly tap into your ancestors' energy and all that to really understand that you have everything you need. Period. Period. You understand? And we have people on the other side in the spiritual realm that's also rooting for us. That's also helping us helping us maneuver through these earthly times. We are never alone. We are never alone. But you have to tap in and trust that and believe that. And if you don't truly believe that now, make sure that you are writing down affirmations and saying affirmations that help you believe that. Because remember, you have control over your mind. And you have to rewire your mind to a positive thinking. Okay? So y'all, I talked enough. I'm about to go ahead and get off of here. But like I said, if you need help with your human design, book a reading with me, and I will literally walk you through each step. I will explain to you in depth on what it is and how to operate like this and really help you make huge transformations within yourself so that way we are ahead of the game. This is the time. Okay? So tap in with me. Follow me on TikTok as well at Bougie Astro Babes, and Twitter and Instagram. And I will see you guys this Sunday for my next live. Mwah.